Discussion? Any other discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. General manager's report.
We kicked off the summer season this weekend with the summer kickoff on Friday night. And then, we also had, like St. Louis had the city summer concert on Saturday night, Blessing of the Fleet on Sunday. The Dan Bar is open for this evening with food service. We did sell the food truck. So, we have different food available down at the Dan Bar over the summer. The pool and cabana are open and water patrol hours are now 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week.
General manager's report.
That's it.
Moving on to old business. Filing all the county's point out the B&F. Expecting to have the recommendations you can help into the plan on moving forward. On that project. Anything else to add to that? Anybody have any discussion points on our board? All right, moving on to new business. Legal fees for the amount of $4,006.49. So your motion.
Make a motion to approve the legal fees in $4,006.49.
There's a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Discuss this action downstairs, private session. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve, recognize the group for all levels of morning yoga. We needed some additional, you all morning yoga lady here.
No,
Okay, so I think we, made a motion to table that. Wait a second.
I'll second.
Discussion. All in favor? Any opposed? Table that. We need some additional information about the things we talked about downstairs. Moving on to finance. John's not here. Nobody, no representation. So not have a finance report. People are allowed to have a finance report.
we did not have a meeting this month. We've gone to quarterly meetings, so we'll have one in June. And we hope that UH1 and come and do the audit
Okay, June.
June 16th.
Okay, needs the board to show up at that meeting, June 16th.
Yes.
Possible. Okay. PNF.
UNF really has nothing new to report this month. The dredging would be really the seawall, which you talked about, and the dredging. As far as I know, dredging is moving along really well. It's supposed to be done around the June. It's really in the hot topic for our discussion.
Yeah, we have a little bit of an update on that. We had Jason from Buckmeyer's come in and discuss that. I don't know now before we're going to discuss that or not, but he came in, gave us an update at our executive session meeting and let us know that some of the struggles that he's had, he had to go out. And he is a bit behind schedule. He's targeting the end of June now to be done with the transition. That's probably best case scenario. So I'm about to cross our fingers to get this out of the way by the 4th of July. He's doing the best he could, and he has no incentive to stretch this out.
Yeah.
He's got people paying on him right now, wanting the services right now, and he's unable to do that because he's tied up here. So he's doing everything he can to get a good job done and get out of here as quickly as possible. You could tell he was earnest, and he's had a discussion with that.
I know the big slowdown, so you couldn't have a meeting.
Well, yeah, it's the bar. And yeah, and he will be part of a bad place that have a bunch of logs, so for sure. So we also are planning on having a video conference call with him in 2 weeks for another update. So stay tuned. We'll give you a full update as far as that goes. Nothing else for you now?
I don't know.
Okay, that's bad. ACC.
We just, Katie has rejoined us. Outside of that, and we canceled our next meeting this week for Katie is going to Europe, so we're not going to have to cancel a vacation, so we can have meetings, so. Okay, that's about it from here.
Great. All righty. Moving on, Lakes and Parks, Mr. Klein.
Yes, two motions for you to consider this evening. The first one, after a a good debate between the ski club and the angler club. It was the team's recommendation to have the ski club use Lower Delphine Bar for Thursday nights, June 11th, 18th, 2nd, July 2nd, and 16th. As has been the case for I think since 2019, so. And they were gonna, ski team agreed to remove the no wait sign from 5 to 5:30 on those 4 Thursdays, and then again at 8 o'clock.
Well, I'd like to get a motion on this and then have opportunity for discussion. We'll make sure that everybody that wants to talk about it gets a chance to talk about it. Like your motion to move forward with the recommendation.
I'll make a motion to move forward with the recommendation for the dates listed.
Right here, second. All right, open it up for discussion. So one thing to take into account here is that at least 2 of the 4 dates that are mentioned are going to be blown out of the water anyway, with the dredge going on. So we're really just talking about the possibility of July 2nd and July 16th. So that's just so everybody understands. I think the docking road is going to be closed one way or the other on June 11th. Is there anything that anybody here has to spring? So, yeah.
So my question to the shippers involved in this. I'd like to hear from the representatives involved. Is this a proposal that you guys are going to be happy with? Go ahead.
On behalf of ski team, I would say, yes, that we are happy with, the proposal. And then I also just want to know, just in case that, or, details, that it would not be when you remove the sign from 5 to 5:30, I believe it would be from 5:30 to 6. And then I also want to make sure that, we could use the dock, the old starting dock off Dock B on the Thursdays in June until 8 p.m. Speak of the dredging. If that were the case.
That's
The dock you're using now?
Yeah, the dock.
Oh.
Just want to set the time here.
I believe it's the same time. I just want to confirm that we would still be able to use the old starting dock off Dock B, through June.
on the Thursdays, right?
Yeah, I'm just.
So you're not currently closing it down. Are you closing that whole end of the cove whenever you're speeding from starting back down?
I don't think so.
I do think they put the no wait signs at the going into that cove indicating that boats other than ski boats could be at no wait going there. Which is what they've done. When it used to be at the throat of Dock being going down the rest of the area, now in essence, move that to the corner where you go into that cove and request no way in that. From the corner before the starting dock, as you head west to the starting dock, all the way to the current no trespassing location, going further down Dolphin Road.
Well, in fact, what the ski club is doing now is the same thing that they do in Dolphin, they're just moving it up.
Correct, using the same time frame and just a little further east portion of the way.
Okay, so then this actually does impact June 11th, 18th as well. Representatives of the anglers, like to speak?
Yeah, sure. My name's Ryan Hopping. I'm the president of the Anglers Club. In the past, we've had no problem negotiating or, compromising days and dates with the ski club. This year, when they first came to us, we've always given up a couple of nights, plus their mandatories, which we all understand. I'm part of ski club, my family's been ski club for 20 years. It's kind of it's a catch-22, so I'm caught in the middle. I'm on the anglers, part of ski club. It just doesn't, it doesn't sit well with me. It just kind of seems that every time we give them something, they want more and more and more. This year, they came to us, they wanted 8 days where they could put the signs up. In the past, pre-COVID, we never had ski on Thursday nights after 5:30. The sign was away at 5:30. That's all we asked. The lake's getting smaller and smaller. We understand that all clubs are growing. Ski club may be growing, English club's growing. We usually have between 10 and 15 boats out there on a Thursday night for a tournament. Wakeboard, you're talking 2 to 3 tops. It's just, I don't know. We weren't able to come to a compromise because when they asked for those dates, we came back with, well, if we're gonna give up those dates and allow that, what are we getting? Can we have like a Saturday or Sunday where there's no signs out? And that wasn't an option. So at that time, there was not really any set compromise for us. That's all there is to that, really. So I don't have much to add. I don't feel like we should be battling it out. I don't think it should be between Anglers Club and Ski Club to figure this situation out upon ourselves. It puts me in a bad spot. It puts me with friends, battling back and forth. It seems like they get plenty of time down there to have those signs out, and now they want, to put them out on Thursdays again as well. So eventually enough's enough. That's my opinion.
So they weren't out on Thursdays last year?
No, they haven't in the years past, since about COVID, because some of the ski club members, officers, directors, captains, their schedules wouldn't allow different nights. So we switched nights. We worked with the president of ski club, and we just kind of switched things up. We made everything comfy and cozy for everybody, so we're doing well. But now it kind of seems like as regimes are changing, it's not quite jiving as well, so we just don't really want to have to be in the middle of it anymore, honestly. I just think that the signs should be put away by 5:30 on Thursday nights. Anglers Club have had Thursday nights for the last 30 years. I don't know why we need to compromise.
Forgive me, I don't remember. What day of the week, what days of the week do you not allow golfing to put working friends out?
We don't. The Anglers Club? No. We just ask that the no wake one isn't put in. On Thursday nights after 5:30. We ask for 5:30 days or we get leave the whole day. No big deal. We'll leave it in your guys' hands. We appreciate the time and I apologize that it comes to this. I know it seems kind of bad.
I do have another question.
Yeah.
The reason that this is, I want to understand why this is a problem. And then I guess that's my question. Okay, no way sign out. Why does that present a problem?
It's a time, sure, no, I understand. It's a time issue getting back because we're on a time clock for the tournaments. We have to be back at Windjammer inside our buoys by 8:30. So when you got the sunset and all that stuff with the sunset times, only 10 miles an hour, it's hard for us to get back and forth. And when the sign is now, it used to be, like you said, at the throat of Dauphine. Now it's out even further. That's further we have to idle. And I'm sure you guys have been down there when ski boats and show boats are going around in circles. That makes that whole end of the lake unfishable. I mean, you can't really stand on the front deck of a fishing boat when you got 3 and 4 foot rollers coming at you. So
you guys want to blow
It just
down
makes-
so fast, get some fishing done.
yeah. You've got to be nice.
And I understand that this is not a healthy lines for you, but can you tell me what you would like to have happen? So that we can understand that.
Yeah, we just want the ski on Thursday nights. We want their ski practice to be over at 5:30. That's it. We'll assign by 5:30.
So what time do you typically, if you were returning to the dock, returning to fish?
Yep.
Or what time would you be departing from the fishing spot?
It depends on what the official sunset time is, if we have time. If it's after sunset, we have to leave about 15-20 minutes
Before sunset?
Yeah.
So,
to get back to the gym.
so if we were to make a compromise where the no wake sign would go back down at a certain point, so they could, you could return to the dock. You could go out there, put up the no wake sign, you could fish, you could lower the no wake sign, and you're coming back to river, and it would not impede.
Yeah, but like I said, it's still just the whole fact of fishing, not any of those banks turning. It's rough water, especially with wakeboard. I mean.
In other words, what you're saying is that's something that's solving the problem.
No, not really.
You've still got the problem with the waves.
Just make sure. Yeah.
But it's a big impact.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, it's like, the only thing that I can think is like mutual destruction. So like, keep the sign out and the anglers off the lake. No ski practice.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 or 3 other nights over on the small lake where they have those dates to be able to put it out. If there was a mandatory practice that they used to have on the Thursday nights, and it was the nights before like their home shows, where everybody had to be there, we were fine with that. But that's not on the Thursday night anymore, so they've switched all that around. Like I said, we just request that the sign not be out after 5:30 for wakeboard practice. That's all.
How many people, especially the wakeboard, practices in the line? That's what us purpose for this.
I think we have around like 40 skiers on the board this year.
So on Thursday night, 5:30, how do you expect to?
Yeah, with, usually I think we have 2 boats running, which if you, are like on a Thursday night, if there's no, if no wake sign isn't out, it's still gonna be just as rough, if not more rough in that area due to other boats.
Is there an alternate night for wakeboarding? Or is it wakeboarding?
It's for wakeboard, but, not really because or actually not at all, because we already have all the other practices scheduled out.
So if we were to say that you need to be done by 5:30, there would be no opportunity for wakeboarding.
Unless we would have to take time away from a different line.
What about weekday?
Hold on, I know.
Watch
this. So here's my question, because right now, docking is shut down because, so there's no jump in. Could we switch wakeboard to Monday since there's no jump? Which is when it's scheduled to be practiced on Mondays until it's all cleared up.
I would say we could agree to that until the dump is back in the water. That would be fine.
Well, that seems to be most of it, so. So that would, or just for clarity's sake. Ski team would agree to be off the water by 5:30 on Thursdays until jump practice.
Yes.
You guys have an issue with that?
That's fine with that.
I don't even think we can have a motion with that, do we? We gotta do it for.
Well, you just have to go.
break the line.
You're gonna codify that.
No, so it's. I'm withdrawing.
Okay, you want to make a new one?
I make a motion that we alter the ski club approved practice schedule. And any schedule we've got with the anglers to reflect that, the ski team will be off of the lake by 5:30 on Thursdays. Until Dog Cove's ski jump practice can resume.
Wait a second. I second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. I think we resolved that for this season.
Well, we resolved it for June. I
Yeah.
think there could be let's hope we have a problem in July, right?
Yeah, yeah, well, okay. Moving on. Thank you, everybody, for all your input and for the, cooler heads prevailing compromising negotiating. So, next one, Jeff.
Okay, and the other one, in the light of all this discussions and being a little bit more upfront on things, we recommended, that the lakes and parks applicable CA clubs, which would be the aquatics, sailing and paddling, ski club and the anglers, have their, proposed next year schedule into the chairman by January 15th. That would allow us to vote on it in the February meeting and then get it to you guys by earlier than we had before.
So, do I remember some team having with that?
Swim team does possibly have an issue with that because the swim meets are not scheduled by the league necessarily this early. They have had periods of time, it all depends on who's governing the league, but there have been periods of time where they have set the swim meet schedule for a couple years out. But the last couple of years, we haven't gotten the schedule sent till after January 15th. So that might be the only thing that would affect Monday nights as far as just our specific 3 home meets. We don't know those dates, but most of the other stuff, they pretty much can get that scheduled ahead of time.
So, and we could always approve it with the exception of waiting until we.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's usually not a conflict between
Right.
what's going on in the pool versus what's going on in the lake.
Well, right, I mean, what this gets down to is the anglers and the ski clubs trying to get that hashed out at a time.
Yeah.
Not to doing this.
So I'll make the motion to have the anglers and ski clubs submit their proposed schedule for the year by January 15th.
Well, here's second. Second. So some discussion. I mean,
Do you, does ski club have an issue with that?
Maybe the earlier the better.
Anglers, do you have a
Well,
problem?
that's perfect with us. We usually put our schedule together the week before the New Year's. We get together between Christmas and New Year's. We always have it submitted on the first part of January.
that's what we've really problems with the sailing in the past and their schedule and, hopefully there's stuff.
So sailing and swim team and that would not be affected by this.
Specifically putting anglers in the ski club on that list, right?
That's my intention.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
We got a second. Do you have any further discussion? Anybody else have anything to add?
Yes. Just thinking if it doesn't happen.
What the reddish?
No, if they just did that.
Yeah.
No. We'll leave it at that.
Seeing no further discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. That's it for you today.
That's it.
Thank you, sir. All righty, Tina is not here, correct? For golf, any representatives for golf? But on the courts committee, Charlie.
Yes, the kids' Creek Fun Day, good news, bad news. Good news is we had 34 kids signed up. Bad news is it got rained out. And so, we would like to ask permission to reschedule for June 27th. And, we would like all 4 tennis courts on the 27th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
We run that by Becky, there's nothing else, everything's good.
We're good.
Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And there's not a league or anything that, right?
Okay.
Make a motion to, approve rescheduling the kids' pre-tennis day to June 27th. From 10 a.m. to noon,
All 4 tennis courts.
all 4 tennis.
I'll try that. Discussion.
That's,
See no further discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you for that.
You betcha. Anything
And
else?
then, I guess, we had some, I was made aware that, on a couple of recent Saturday mornings, there is a, pickleball social that goes on, and, that, security came over, Greg from security, I don't know who Greg is, but I understand he works for security from Greg. And, was giving trouble about parking threats. And I believe there are only, 6 parking spots over there. And, there could be 20 people on Saturday. And I think that, and it happened in, as far as I know, it happened twice. And I think that, and to the point where somebody would say, at some point, common sense needs to prevail. And so I don't know what it's gonna take, some motion to suspend the no parking on grass rule at the pickleball courts until you can get those paid, or if there was some gravel in there or something. But, and I mentioned that, in an email, Michelle and I were talking to John, before this meeting, and I did, and that went absolutely nowhere. So, I guess I'm asking permission for people to park on the grass at the pickleball courts.
And it's pretty bad because they're fighting with the voters too.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I'm inclined to be agreeable with this. Slowly.
Isn't the plan for it all to be repaved, kind of add spots in place, so what's the harm in parking on grass that's gonna be paved over?
You're horribly under infrastructure there at the moment.
I'm sorry?
Or we are under infrastructure there at the moment. We don't have enough parking for what's going on.
Absolutely.
It's been a known problem.
So, I mean, let's just have some common sense and,
I don't know that it needs to go to a motion. That's a conversation that I can have with security.
Yeah, but I'm curious, what's the, for social, what is this, how much of a problem is this, I guess is what I'm wondering.
well, it came up in our meeting and it happened, more than once.
Like this year?
Yes, I've been the past 3 weeks.
Well, it's not if it's social though. It's every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Every, just go every,
Let's say it's every Saturday. It's a group.
every Saturday, there's a parking problem.
And Wednesday. Saturday.
That we approve as a
Yeah,
board.
right. Every day that we approve of an event there, there's so many people showing up to accommodate, all the accommodated parking spaces.
Exactly.
I've been there for events, I went to a pickleball hunting, we had to park on grass.
Yeah, I think it's like the grass there. You know, I appreciate.
People just come and play.
I appreciate it.
There's not, you know, not even an event, but just regular, like, we walk down there because we don't want to take a parking because there's no parking.
It's been a problem for a long time, and it's a cart for the worst thing, you want to put permanent restrooms down there. We have to
Right.
build a parking lot and then have a construction project go on over a new parking lot, and then the parking lot to be the last thing done. Preferably, so that's why it hasn't been done already, hopefully,
Yeah, I totally understand.
yeah,
But in the meantime.
right, let's get off your back.
Well, we got a new security person doing a great job, you know, doing what they're being told to do. We just need to maybe say, hey, in this particular situation.
And I don't, there are no parking on the grass signs at Woodlands, I know that, but I don't know that there are any at Lake. So, I mean, they're gonna park there. Our boat's there, I mean, we were there Sunday.
There was 5 out of the 7 cars without stickers. So we did call, let them know, but I mean, that's part of the problem too. There's a ton of cars that are without stickers.
So, duly noted, we'll have our GM have a conversation.
Okay. And then, Michelle, I got, your email about, the price of the reader, and I totally agree with you. But is there anything else that has happened on it? going to another vendor or?
They've asked for a card reader on one of the gates at the tennis courts. The place that we get the rest of our card readers priced it at 11 grand for one card reader on a gate, which isn't going to happen. So we've gone back and tried to negotiate with them. One thing that we can do, rather than having it be connected to Wi-Fi, is actually cable it and connect it to either the clubhouse or the golf shack, and it brings it down to about 5 grand right now. So we're working on it.
So is this? I don't know anything about it, but does that mean that if we have a failure of a card reader at a gate somewhere, that it costs that much to replace it?
I don't know about replace, I mean, they'll come out and fix it. As far as, you mean the device itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same, it's Elliott, or it's the same as all the card readers at all the gates and things like that, or we have a contract with them, so they'll come out and replace it, but the big problem that we have with a bunch of stuff happening right now, including the pickleball courts, the golf course, everything, is people who aren't supposed to be there are there. People are propping the gates open. People are allowing people to come with them and they're not paying. So we're working really hard on trying to corral things back into where they should be. And we've tried a few different ways to do things. And we've put up extra cameras, and it's just, we're trying to get caught up and be everywhere as much as we can be at the beginning, so that people see that they're not gonna get away with that stuff, particularly at the beginning of the year, so that they take it somewhere else. But every time this happens, theft or vandalism or whatever the case is, it ends up costing money, and a lot of times it's people that don't belong on our property, and a lot of times it's CA numbers. So it's just kind of, it's just a big overall problem that we're trying to deal with. I understand the desire to have a card reader, but I can't really justify 11 grand
I agree.
for a card reader on a gate at the tennis court. When
But,
people prop the door open anyway.
and we also talked about, the possibility of just changing the combination because everybody decided the Mississippi was the combination. So it's been put out on social media and so I think they changed the combination for all of them except for the main gate, which doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
So can we change the combination to keep some people out, and then when people come to play, they go to the golf shack and get the combination? Does that make sense?
That's what's supposed to be happening, yes.
Well, you might want to answer security guy at this happening.
Oh, well, it's security and maintenance.
All right.
Well, the best system. If we're handing out this is the college and doesn't follow our kids. So. if Something else has to happen.
That's
Yeah, we agree that you need to change it.
yeah. But it's only temporary, you know, something. That's it.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving on to general comments from residents. Anybody sign up to speak?
Pat, did you need to speak?
Well, I know my name, when we were having a conversation about the parking for the pickleball before the meeting with John. And so he just said, you know, he'd love for it to be changed. And I think we covered it. I was just going to add that when we looked at these courts, building these courts, 3 years ago, and we knew we couldn't pave right away, the plan was to put rock down with gravel down so people could pull in and park. Gravel would not cost a lot of money, and you could at least put that down to avoid people pulling in when it's muddy and making a real mess out of the site. But, you all handle it the way you want. I just want to make sure, because I've heard about it too. My wife goes up there on Saturdays oftentimes, and I've heard that it's a real problem. But anyway,
Petition to
put gravel down, the city wouldn't let us.
Yes.
I don't remember why. Oh, there's gravel in other places in the city, but they wouldn't let us. I don't remember why, though. That was 3 years ago.
Something about the
And
green
it's frustrating that it hasn't, that we have.
It's really not even grass, it's not a mess.
Yeah.
It's-
Agreed. Agreed. Even if we could just put mulch down for people, you know, whatever, something else, it would, I agree.
Yeah.
So. Anybody else?
Well, Tom already spoke. Did you said maybe? Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Good, it is very frustrating. So definitely keep talking to us. We're working as hard as we can to make it less frustrating, but I don't think we're at peak frustration level yet, so sorry.
I did. Jordan, just kidding, not Jordan, doesn't think you guys need to go.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I will, sorry about that, we should have, yeah, so everybody's seen out like where there's, what do they call those things?
Kazon.
The caissons that are out there, the sewer company is, the sewer district is coming back and inspecting all of the underwater sewer piping that they did 10 years ago or 5 years ago. And they are replacing some of the lining on, or installing lining on some of these things, so it's just a general maintenance thing. It is taking longer than expected as well. So he came and gave us an update tonight. The expectations are we're going to be out of our way by 4th of July. I'll go with cross fingers. So yeah, we're keeping pressure on them. Thank you.
Yeah, it's, again, sorry, but
There's nothing we can do about it. They have right of way, and we can ask them to hurry up all we want, and I'm sure they are hurrying, but we're on their time schedule if it goes to that. So hopefully the weather will cooperate and we'll get out as soon as possible.
Well, they're doing it to the tune of $4 to $5 million that we're not paying for.
Well,
And it's supposed to be good for another 10 years, which is what this one.
yeah, it's.
It's not going in my sewer bill, I understand that, I understand the frustration about the dredge and Dauphine being closed and the ski team and nobody going in there. I get it. I get calls all day long. But like I tell the people who call, if we're not dredging, that area is not going to be open anyway. Because it's unsafe to be in there, because it's so shallow. So he really is trying to get done as quickly and efficiently as he can, but stuff happens, weather happens, stuff breaks. You guys saw how much junk came down the creek and got blown in there the other day. I mean, it's a battle, but he's trying to get done as quick as he can too. So I know it's frustrating for everybody, but it needs to be done.
Thank you. Think with that, we will call this thing adjourned.